Hey everybody, it's Berto here, and I'm about to talk to you about something really important. So I was in my business law class a couple days ago, and a couple days before I had gotten a ticket. And I was talking to my teacher, who's a practicing attorney, and he told me that there's certain ways to get out of a ticket. What are those, you might ask? Well, there's two ways. One way, if you say that you're not guilty and you go and talk to the judge, and the second way is that you say you are guilty and you go and talk to the judge. Both ways, you can get out for free and well, not free, but you can get your charge lowered by a lot. And when you say you're not guilty and you fight it, you can actually have the case dismissed. Speed trap law. First, I'm going to talk to you about what happens if you do plead guilty for your ticket. You plead guilty for your ticket. I live here in California. This is only for California, by the way. I'm pretty sure no one else in any other state is watching my videos, but just letting you know it's only for California. So you plead guilty for a ticket and you go to the courthouse to pay it. On the ticket, there should be an arraignment date. Go on the arraignment date, ask the clerk to speak to a judge. Your second step is, as my teacher said, it's let's make a deal time. And what you're going to do in this let's make a deal time is you're going to tell the judge that you don't have the money to pay it, and if there's any way that you could that he could lower the price. Let's see an example. Your Honor, don't have the money right now. $500 is a little bit too much for me. It's a little bit too pricey for any amount of reasons. I go to school, I don't have a job, things like this. So is there any way I can get that fine lowered? And at this point, the judge will most likely be like, okay, pay $100. Why so easy? Well, because the judge has to see a lot of people. So the judge really doesn't care what he gives you. He can't receive a cent of the money made from this ticket, so he really doesn't care. And if you go and you be respectful to him, he'll more than likely give you the benefit of the doubt, and he'll lower your charge and saved you $400 off that ticket. Good deal, right? Now we're going to talk about if you plead not guilty and decide to take it to court. What can you do? First, you want to hope to God that the cop doesn't show up. The cop shows up, you got to go and fight the cop. But if he doesn't show up, the case is immediately dismissed, meaning you don't have to pay anything. Even though we're hoping for the best, we got to prepare for the worst. So we're going to talk about if he does or if she does show up. Okay, so your first thing is you're going to let the cop talk first. Most of the time the cop does talk first, but you're going to let the cop talk first. And you're going to let him say his case or let her say his case. And give all the evidence that needs to give, and just wait. When the officer is done speaking, you're going to ask the judge if the officer has rested his case. At this point, the judge is going to ask, officer, do you rest your case? And for the most part, they're going to say yeah. Here's where the speed trap laws come in place. The officer needs to bring, by law, the engineering codes for that street dated no later than 5 years prior to the date of the courtroom hearing. If he does not bring this and he does not show it during his case and he rests his case, you tell the judge this was not brought, and therefore the judge has no choice but to dismiss this case. So what you'll say is something along the lines of, Your Honor, I request for dismissal of this case because of the speed trap laws that state that the officer must bring the engineering codes dated no later than 5 years prior to this date, and therefore the officer has not presented that bit of evidence. Therefore, this case has no choice but to be dismissed. So if you could dismiss this, Your Honor, that'd be great. A lot of people don't know this, but it will get you out. Where does this work? Okay, first of all, I'm going to tell you that it doesn't work on the freeways. For freeways are federal roads, so it's not going to work there. It doesn't work on I believe it's 50 mile an hour highways and 60 mile an hour highways. But it does work on 55 mile an hour highways. It works on 65 mile an hour highways. It works on 45 mile an hour highways. It doesn't work in school zones or construction zones, but it works anywhere else. So if you live in Palmdale like I do, it'll work on Avenue S. It'll work on almost any street in Palmdale because they're all 55 mile an hour roads. So if you get caught for speeding on that, you can use this for your benefit. So even though it doesn't work in a lot of places, if you do get caught somewhere that it does work in, it can be very useful. So I definitely recommend you guys use this little bit of information that I've told you and try to get out of a ticket next time you get one, alright? I'll see you guys in a little bit.